Let's go to one more thing off the top, and that is this. Rob, one of the movies we've been talking an awful lot about for the past number of months is the Denis Villeneuve upcoming film Dune. Which is, of course, one of the most beloved sci-fi novels of all time, one of the most influential sci-fi novels of all time. It's, there have been several kicks at the can by different bodies trying to bring on-screen adaptations from it, from the big screen to miniseries and all that kind of stuff, with varying degrees of modest success, maybe, to some degree. Rob, yesterday we got our first look at Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides, and that was exciting. But this morning, Rob, the treasure chest was opened, and we got a really good look at a lot of really good pictures. Yeah, that we are going to start off with. Let's bring up some of these because some of these just look fantastic. We're going to start with this first one with Timothée Chalamet and Rebecca Ferguson playing his mom. Obviously on Arrakis now. This has got this elicits some great classic imagery that we've seen before. This looks wonderful to me. I mean, look at that landscape. That landscape just looks so gorgeous and beautiful. So that looks wonderful. Of course, there's more to look at here. I got to tell you, man, Zendaya, she is pulling off that Fremen look. Like, I'm just assuming she's Fremen for this.
She's Shawnee. Yes.
She's okay. She is pulling off that Fremen look. Like, to me, she just looks fab. She looks like a desert warrior in this. You know what I mean? I just think this looks absolutely stunning and beautiful. We move on a little bit of a look at the House Atreides in there. Now it's hard to see in this image, but we got our first look at James Brolin back there, Oscar Isaac, Timothée Chalamet's in there. We got Jason Momoa in there, although it's hard to recognize him. Then we get a good look here. Denis Villeneuve doing his thing with Javier Bardem, who just looks awesome to me. This looks incredible. And then we move on, get a good look at James Brolin as Gurney. Looking just so sharp in here. I mean, look at this image. I love, this could almost be a little bit of StarCraft. I mean, if you showed me this was a StarCraft movie, I also would have been really stoked by looking at that. But I think James Brolin looks great. And then my favorite image out of all this is actually Oscar Isaac as the head of the families, the head of House Atreides.
Duke Leto.
Duke Leto. Whew, and there's James Brolin beside him as well. He just looks great. The costuming, the facial look on him. This is not how I'll be honest with you. When I think of Duke Atreides, I don't necessarily think of this kind of look. Like, remember the miniseries? I think it was William Hurt who played Duke Atreides in the miniseries.
Right.
That's always kind of how that's closer to how I always pictured. I never pictured him like this. But this looks awesome to me. I think these look incredible. Rob, what do you think about these images, and which ones are the ones that stand out to you the most?
Well, again, like you said, I love the way Chani looks. There's a great picture that you didn't put up of Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica with kind of it's beautiful. I think, see that me, John, I'm always looking for verisimilitude. I'm always looking for realism, and I think there's a lot. I was surprised at how the still suits that Paul and Jessica were wearing are very redolent of both the David Lynch 1984 Dune and the TV miniseries Dune. Yeah, that picture. But again, there's a utilitarian nature to it, as opposed to, I thought that even the Lynch version, as much as I liked those still suits, they seemed a little too cumbersome. But this looks like how something like this would look maybe in the desert. I know some people have said that, the gloves look off the shelf or something, but I think when you're dealing with something like this, the more real that you have to make it look real. The colors in an environment like this, if you went too bright or you went too black, it wouldn't look right. It would stand out. That's why we don't see 4-color yellow spandex suits in modern superhero films. And I think, again, there's a verisimilitude that they're reaching for. Like, I loved seeing, like you showed Duke Leto in that armor. I'm sure that's when they're first arriving on Arrakis. That is sort of their ceremonial armor, battle armor, whatever that they're putting on to show strength. And I like that look. I think that looks great. I can't wait to see what their electronic shields look like. I mean, this looks like a real look, there's Duncan, Idaho. It looks like an epic. I mean, I can't wait to see this, and it looks like I think it should look. I can't wait.
Momoa looks really good in here. Jason Momoa looks really sharp in there. Again, I could not be happy. Now, okay, these are just pictures.
Right.
These pictures do not mean the movie will be good. We understand that they're just pictures. But I'd rather see the first round of pictures and love them than see the first round of pictures and hate them. And I look at these pictures, Rob, and I immediately, as soon as you see them, I think Dune, you know? And what more can you ask for than for the still images that you first see to take you there? And that's what it does. And it's at least a step in the right direction. Now, again, this movie may be terrible, might be awful. Who knows? But right now, I think we're off to a good start. Question here is, guys, what do you think of these first Dune images? I think they look particularly badass. Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.